Good day, everyone. We are from Bsba Financial Management 1-4, and this is our brief review regarding with the movie title As Above, So Below. But before we proceed to the movie review, let's start with the movie information first.
Hi, I'm Ranalyn G. Advincula and I'm here to discuss to you the characters of the movie As Above, So Below. First, we have Vidita Wig as Scarlett Marlowe. She is the main protagonist of the found footage film As Above, So Below. She leads a group in the film through the Paris catacombs in order to find the Philosopher's Stones. She is also an alchemist who is continuing her deceased father's work on finding the stone. Second, we have Ben Feldman as George. He is Scarlett's ex, also a super smart explorer in search of the Philosopher's Stone, and an Aramic translator with a hobby of breaking into old buildings to repair things. Third, Edwin Hodge as Benji. Scarlett cameraman and tech specialist, and seems to hint that his scene is last. Next, we have Francois Sibyl as Papillon. His name Papillon means butterfly, also sushi boyfriends, and set fires in a car with a guy on it. And next, Marion Lambert as Wisi. She is Papillon's girlfriend and has a nickname Banshee. Next on the list of our character is Ali Mariar as Zed. He is Papillon's friend and confessed that he is refusing to claim his child. Next, Latube, the friend of Papillon who roamed the catacombs for years but was never seen again once he entered the mysterious passage, resembles one of two things, a soul in the purgatory or a soul in the first ring of hell, limbo. Either way, he was looking for a way out, and his implication that the only way out was down makes me think he was in hell. He met Risa Javran as Risa, a man who is willing to help her. His home actually has access to the catacomb Scarlett wants to enter. Risa tells her they have to be quick as the government cannot see them and the demolition is going to happen very soon. Next, Roger Van Horn, a Scarlet Father. Scarlet Father that believed a mystical artifact called the Philosopher's Stone was a real and obtainable wonder. A magical crystal that could turn crude metal into gold and held the key to eternal life, and was driven to madness and suicide by this quest. Next, Samuel Auzeret as Dali. He is George's younger brother who drowned when George was still a child. And to give you more information about the movie, Miss Realine Escaligas will discuss to you the setting of the movie.
Hello, I'm Realine Escaligas and I'm gonna discuss the settings of As Above, So Below. The story centers around a team of explorers who ventures into the catacombs beneath the streets of Paris. And then two friends hoping to uncover the dark secrets of the dead in the city. As Above, So Below, how they shot in the Paris catacombs. Paris, the city of love, romance, and a terrifying network of skull-filled catacombs where filmmaking brothers Drew and John-Eric Dowdell shot their new horror thriller, As Above, So Below.
Hi everyone, my name is Ian and I will discuss to you the plot of the movie title As Above, So Below. So it starts with an alchemy student, Scarlett, and her mission to find the Philosopher's Stone. Scarlett is following in her late father's footsteps, whose attempt to find it drove him to suicide, but that foreboding the fact doesn't put her off, although perhaps it really should have. And after discovering the stone is in the claustrophobic catacombs under Paris, Scarlett enlists a team to accompany her that includes old flame George, a cameraman named Benji, a French guide named Papillon, and his pal named Zed. While they're exploring the catacombs, Dante's poetry enters the equation and things start to get freaky. Basically, the group's journey mirrors the plot of Dante's Inferno, the first, and easily most well known, part of his epic poem, The Divine Comedy. And, like Dante, the characters in Us Above, So Below must travel down through the catacombs with different stages, representing the nine circles of hell, and recognize their own sins to escape. Some of them are incapable of this. Hence, when Papillon is confronted by his sinful past and claims he is blameless, he ends up dying. Sometimes it's far better to take responsibility for misdeeds than to deny them. By the end of the Osabog So Below, just the three group remain, which is Zed, a gravely wounded George, and Scarlet, who thinks she has a stone in her possession. Zed's sins center around having a son he never sees. For George, it's about the role he played in his brother's accidental death. And for Scarlet's sins are twofold, which is she didn't respond to her father's call for help before he committed suicide, and she stole the Philosopher's Stone. Scarlet realizes that they must rectify their sins to escape, so she rushes back through the catacombs to put it back where she found it. Yet in the process, she also realized that there is no physical stone. Rather, its powers are in the beholder of the stone, are dependent on her faith in the stone and in herself. With this knowledge, Scarlet brings a wounded George back from the brink of death. The remaining survivors of Oswald So Below then confess their sins and go through a manhole before emerging topside of the street of Paris. This represents something one of the catacombs apparitions told them earlier. The only way out is down. They made no sin at first, as going further and further down to get back to the surface seemed counterproductive, but also how Dante escaped in Inferno. Only by going down through the circles of hell did he emerge back on earth. Oswald So Below is far from the first, or last, horror film to use Dante's Infernos as a guide of crafting the story, but a few have done it as creatively or faithfully.
Hi, my name is Javi Cortez and I'll be discussing the conflict and theme of the movie. So what is the conflict of the so-called movie As Above, So Below? Scarlett Marlowe is obsessed with finding Nicholas Flamel's legendary stone, Philosopher's Stone rather. So, the conflict of this claustrophobic horror started when the quest to stone takes Scarlett and the group of explorers deep into the uncostered catacombs of Paris, where they encounter far more than they bargained for and struggle to fight against with their own demons. Let's move on to that theme. If you are going to watch this, you may find it confusing but a clever horror movie. Here's what its hellish twist ending is about. At its heart, it is a film about redemption and faith, and borrows heavily from Dante's Inferno to get that point across. It's not the most straightforward of films, which is probably the reason why many dislike it, but with its twist ending, fascinating depiction from hell and nods to Dante, it is a horror film with more to say than most. So that would be all for the conflict and theme. You may now have Miss Beatrice for the point of view.
Hi everyone, I am Maria Beatriz Montalvo, so I'm going to explain the point of view of this movie entitled As Above, So Below. So this movie is a third-person point of view, generally refers to a shot that directly represents a character's viewpoint. Scarlett's scenes are twofold. She didn't respond to her father's call for help, and she stole the Philosopher's Stone. Scarlett realizes they must rectify their sins to escape, so she rushes back through the catacombs to put it back where she found it.
Thank you for that, Beatrice. And now we are here at the most awaiting part, which is the movie review for the movie As Above, So Below. Regarding on the movie, this is my review. Actually, I don't like captured footage movies very much. My admiration for the movie is impacted by the unstable cinematography, which makes me a little bit lazy because the documentary stock images were acceptable and had no significant impact on how I felt about the movie, which is entitled As Above, So Below. I didn't mind them as much. Thank you.
Hello again everyone, I am Maria Beatriz Montalvo, so I'm going to share my rating with you guys. And this movie is way underrated in my opinion. In fact, when you actually dig a little further into all symbolism, lore, subtitles behind it, this one's a brilliant, and especially when you're familiar with Dante's Inferno. And if you're looking for something that combines mystery, adventure, and a quick suspense and fear of small spaces, this one's a gem.
Again, I'm Jambi Cortez, so I'm here to give a feedback in regards of what we have watched. So, this movie is sure to cult classic. I love this movie so much and it has an underlying richness. And also the filmmakers are geniuses. I can see how some casual viewers might miss the main points and won't understand or try to understand what's happening, therefore giving the movie an undeserved bad rating.
My feedback to that movie, As Above So Below, it wasn't expecting much to be honest, as the whole found footage genre seems to have died in a death, but this is surprisingly good. It begins in dramatic fashion and for the most part doesn't let up. Anyone that suffers with claustrophobia or a feeling of being trapped would appreciate the efforts of the film. Or not. Some creepy scenes, I like the part where the phone was ringing that I was atmospheric as well as the push deeper into the cave. Perdita Wicks was excellent in the role. That's it, my feedback.
Hi, I'm Renaline G. Advincula and here's my review about the movie As Above So Below. It was such an entertaining movie with good scares. I don't understand what the bad reviews are about. It sucks you into its environment and delivers some nice surprises. Despite some usual predictable jump scares, the movie doesn't rely on them to be scary. The movie makes you think and it's not a traditional slashers or paranormal film. The acting is great and the ending is the best.
And that's it for our review. And this is my co-members. And this is the proof of watching. Again, thank you so much for watching.